there she goes.
I have a pitcher of water for us in here now.
She made me wait to drink water. I would just like that to be known.
By 2 seconds.
Oh. And she's spilling.
How bad is it?
It's not that bad.
Should I fix it now or after?
Nah, it's just water.
Okay.
Good morning.
Refreshing. Good morning. That is fresh. I put lemon in it. Do you like it? I forgot to tell you. Do you like lemon?
No, it's tasty. I just wasn't expecting it, so it's giving Lysol.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of The
Fuzzy
Fuzzy
Pod.
Pod. Today, we are going to be deep diving into the nostalgia feelings of summer, specifically family summer vacations, the good and the bad.
And the tragic.
And the tragic. Mostly good memories, though, thankfully, around a lot of our summer family vacations. And it felt like we needed to do this because summer is...
It's coming to
coming
a close.
to an end.
It's coming to a close.
Do you feel like you're ready to move on to fall? Because I kind of am.
I feel like I've had mixed feelings about it because we've been buying Halloween decor since I moved to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And
So
that's been a few weeks now.
The entire month of August.
So the entire month of August, we've been collecting our Halloween decor. And Megan's already started decorating more intensely than I have. I've just nothing's decorated in my house because there's just still boxes everywhere. So
you just hang a little garland in the box.
Yeah.
You're like, it's done.
It's finished. So I feel like I'm excited for like the Halloween decor. I'm excited for the vibes of fall and winter and the holidays. Like it's just cozy, right? And also because it's been blazing.
It has been
This
so
weather
hot.
Is disgusting.
Honestly, everywhere. It seems like the whole world is just heating up and
is in shambles.
I wonder
why.
Are we
tackling climate change today?
Here on the Fuzzy Pod, we are going to solve the climate crisis. But I'm like, how much longer do we have?
Yeah, I feel like the only reason I'm feeling that way is because of the heat. Like, I feel like I would want summer to last a little bit longer and like
Summer forever.
savor it.
I'm with you.
But I think it's just like, it's too hot.
It's too hot. We're ready to move on. But before we do, we have to do at least one more summer-themed episode. And so that's what we're doing here today. We wanted to start things off by kind of going back and talking about our summer mood board episode a few weeks back. A few weeks back, we had an episode kind of diving into our aesthetic for summer 2023.
What we wanted our summer 2023 to be like, feel like, sound like.
The activities we wanted to do, the books we wanted to read. And we're going to be recapping what we did, which... Spoiler alert, it was basically nothing.
Spoiler alert, we're failures.
We did like hardly anything on our list. And, well, not entirely true, to give ourselves some credit. So maybe we start off with what we actually did, what we said we were going to do, and we did this summer. Do you have one?
Let's look back at my list. just for giggles, right? Okay, so my list included... I feel like for like how I wanted to like dress, which was like halters and linen and like midi skirts. I feel like I accomplished some of that.
Oh yeah.
But I also was wearing like the same painting clothes for like a week straight and didn't wash my hair for a week straight. So
yeah, while you were painting your house, yeah.
So
that's fair.
I don't know how much of that was actually true, but the times that I did dress up, I feel like I was like channeling my summer vibes. I did not learn how to make pasta. Still on the list.
That was on your list?
That was on my list. I did not do any of the activities I listed.
Same.
No did I ride a bike? No. Did I do a pottery class? No. Did I learn how to crochet? No. Did I learn how to make a candle? No. Did I take Loki on adventures? I know, the candles.
I made a candle this week.
You make candles all the time. I'm just like, also... everything in my house that I'm doing right now feels crafty. And like I'm painting like a bunch of things and doing like furniture flip situations. So actually I did have like, we talked about thrift flips in our summer mood board. So I guess I've kind of done thrift flips.
Oh, she's been full DIY mode since she moved into their new place.
So that's cute. But I'm exhausted.
That's all right.
And the books I said I wanted to read, I bought one of them.
We did start our summer book club, though, officially last week. And don't ask us for any updates until next episode.
I've been reading my book.
Okay, but how far along are you?
I'm in chapter 4.
Okay, well,
but it's starting to,
4 chapters further along than me.
It's starting to spice up, so I'm excited. Other than that, I haven't even watched any of the movies I said I wanted to watch.
None?
No.
Barbie was one of them.
Yeah, but that was like a movie I had already seen, I think.
No, we hadn't seen
was?
Barbie at that point. So
Oh,
see,
all right.
checked it off.
Check. That's about it.
I'm kind of with you on the activities. I didn't really get around to many of them at all. I did thrift actually a decent amount this summer, though, which I said I wanted to do, and I did do a lot of that. I made candles. I made candles with like seashells, which they're really shallow,
Wait,
but
what do you
really
mean
cute.
with seashells?
So you like pour the wax into a seashell.
Where'd you get a seashell? Where'd you get a seashell?
The craft store.
Oh, it's a fake. Is it a fake seashell?
No, it's real. I don't know how they collect those. Is that ethical? Wait,
but I feel like that's fine. It's just a seashell.
Well, because I had.
Did I say that word?
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
I can't. I woke up at 4 a.m.
You got this.
I'm crying.
Should we have done fuzzy thoughts instead of recapping our failures?
No, I love it.
Okay.
I love recapping my failures.
But no, I made it with a seashell, and I thought I had some at the house, but the ones I had were too small. The ones I've collected over the years. But yeah, you just put like a little wax in them like you would into any other kind of vessel, and they look really cute.
A vessel.
I have a blog.
Do you actually burn these candles?
Yeah, you could burn them. I did yesterday.
Is it safe?
Yeah. To my knowledge, yeah. Nothing's happened.
Why do I imagine them like
what do you think is going to happen? Why would it explode?
Like the vessel like breaking or cracking.
Maybe. TBD. I'll let you know how that goes. As far as activities, I did half of them. I also have been baking more. I actually just got some more stuff to make another round of the peach galette because it was so good.
Ooh.
And I think I pretty much handled all the summer clothing vibes I wanted to. Maxi skirts all summer long. No anklet, though. Maybe we should end strong with an anklet.
Yeah, you got to get your anklet. Got to get that anklet
You
game.
have one, yeah?
I do. Yeah, I love it. It's amazing.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I had all these big dreams of travel, and I got to do some really cool trips with family and friends. But I would love to start fall with like a trip with Cooper and I. Maybe I make those Maine dreams come true. Kind of like a little New England vibe, but do it in the fall time.
Yeah, I feel like that's still a vibe.
Oh, yeah. I feel like if anything, it's probably a more popular season to go because of all the beautiful changing leaves.
All the leaves.
All the leaves.
We love that.
Well, like we already said, we're so ready to move on to fall. But before we do, we have to do one final episode on summer. And that's why we're going to go ahead and dig into summer family vacation stories.
Got some write-ins for this.
I
think we're going to talk about our family experiences first and our childhood growing up with our vacation stories and all the funness.
So we went on vacation almost every summer. We were very lucky to do that because with my dad's job, there would be these like certain like promotions he could qualify for. And so he would usually get a trip in the summertime and the kids would get to tag along. So we got to go to some hot spots like San Antonio, Texas, San Diego, all the sands.
All the sands. San Diego, that one was a good one.
That was a good one with the zoo the first time. But the majority of the trips we took were little weekend getaways to different cities in Texas where we grew up. We grew up outside of the Houston area, but from there, we could get to Austin, San Antonio, Galveston. So we had lots of summers spent in those
Specifically
cities.
Didn't mention Dallas.
Because we didn't go to Dallas. What would you vacation in Dallas? Sorry, Dallas, but like...
we did have
it's probably
some
fun
family
to live there,
Dallas,
but not like, what do you visit and do? Maybe you know what? Make me a Dallas weekend itinerary and let me know. Maybe I'm so wrong. And maybe it's just like because we're trained at a young age growing up in Houston to like hate
the
Dallas.
rivalry is real.
And Dallas hates Houston.
I feel like it's more that Dallas hates Houston.
Yeah.
And Houston just like, hey.
We're just here, man. We're just vibing. One of my favorite family vacation memories, besides just doing these little weekend trips, we're going on a family cruise. Okay, so let me set the scene for you. Summer vacation is around the corner, okay? And you've been counting down the days until your family goes on the cruise that's been planned for months. You and your best friends have planned out the outfits, okay? You get
We're
a
ready.
whole week of semi-unsupervised time running around the boat,
You're on a
Zach
boat.
and Cody style, okay? The time we went, we were maybe around, 14 and 10, and we got our own room, and mom and dad trusted us with that. And so, for the most part, we were pretty unsupervised, just kind of running around, eating endless amounts of ice cream because
French fries.
if you've ever been on a cruise, there's food
24/7.
But most importantly, you would also maybe meet up with your cruise crush at the teen club, or go
those
with your
teen
friend
clubs.
while they did that, which is more my vibe. Go with the best friend who was like vibing with some guy, and you're like, I'll be there to hype you up. Oh man, but the teen clubs on the cruise were something else. It was just like
It's
you
a sight
walked
to be
in.
seen.
Oh, it's just like you get in there and there's probably like just the stench of just like growing up
What
mixed
the?
with Shirley Temples.
I was thinking like
And the
Axe body
cha-cha
spray
slide.
or something. Why'd you go with the stench of growing up?
Axe body spray is part of the stench of growing up.
Okay, but whenever you're saying the stench
And
of growing
pink
up,
body spray mixed with BO.
I'm thinking of like the stench of puberty, and I don't want to think.
I mean, that's around the age you were going to the teen club to do the cha-cha slide with your crush, drinking your Shirley Temple, thinking you're the hot shiz.
Ooh,
And-
a Shirley Temple.
That's what it meant. That was being cool in 7th grade, at least back in our day, was doing that. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I'm just letting you go.
Okay.
You had a whole spiel you wanted to say. So.
You didn't see it? I wrote out. I said
No, I saw it. So
Were
I
we
was just
supposed to
letting you go.
popcorn?
No, I wasn't gonna popcorn. I was just letting you pop off, Queen. She had a monologue.
I wanted to set the scene.
You
for-
had to set the scene. Yeah. No, I remember. So I actually think that one of the cruises we went on, I was too young. Technically, I was like a year too young to be in the club.
So
But
you
I
didn't
think
get
I
to go?
snuck in.
You
to the
snuck
teen
into the
club.
teen club.
Yeah.
They're not checking for ID.
They're not checking my ID. No, but it was a time to be alive.
No, literally, the two songs I remember them playing is like they did all of the classic line dances. When I say line dances, I mean like
Cha-cha slide.
Cha-Cha Slide, Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Those were kind of the big ones. Oh my gosh, and Soulja Boy.
I was about to say Soldier Boy. Pop, lock, and drop it. That was also a good one too.
One,
Pop,
two
lock, and
step.
drop it.
There wasn't really like a specific dance for that one, or maybe there was.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
No, 1 2 Step by Sierra.
Oh, Dougie.
Oh my gosh, teach me how to Dougie. All
Stanky
of
leg.
these are not the stanky leg.
Mm-hmm.
All of these are like sending a shiver down my spine slightly.
It's making me want to go to the club. Just kidding.
But it would literally like not be a teen club dance experience or really like any good dance floor experience without having Yeah by Usher play at some point.
Oh, it always has to play.
It has to.
Always and forever. It'll never not hit.
One of the most funny cruise memories that I have with you though was I was probably around 13. You might have been around 9 or 10. And it was one of those situations where, we got to have our own room and I got to bring my best friend on the cruise. But also in our room was our Aunt Debbie. Now, my aunt is about 12 years younger than my mom, her sister. And she was in charge of watching us.
In charge.
Now,
in
how did that go?
quotations.
How did that go?
So our Aunt Debbie is the most fun individual. And like she would go on a lot of our like family vacations with us for like many, many years to watch us.
Quotes, watch. Where was she at the time? I don't know.
So on this particular family cruise, like we were pretty young, honestly, still. But they brought her, she came along for the trip. She was supposed to be kind of like supervising us loosely, just making sure that we were staying
Yeah.
safe and not being too crazy. When I tell you, we did not see her that entire cruise. The only
Nowhere to
time
be
we would
found.
see her was when she was passed out when we would get back to the room at night.
from having too many Mai Tais.
So honestly, pop off, queen. Like, pop off.
Like, that's how a cruise should be done.
But we're like, aren't you supposed to be like? I'm pretty sure I was like making sure she was drinking water and everything too. Like, aren't you here to babysit me? And we actually saw her recently and talked to her about this because she's now a mother herself. And
Yes.
it was just hilarious, like being like, do you remember? And she's like, of course. Like, it's just how it was. It was great. But we learned later that the entire time she was in the casino that was on the boat.
We were convinced that she had a secret lover on the cruise.
Oh, yeah. We followed her.
We went into spy mode
Yeah.
trying to like follow her and then somehow lost track. But then eventually figured out that she, yeah, like you said, was spending a lot of time in the casino. So she was in love. And it wasn't a person though. It was a slot machine. So
Ding, 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 ding. But on that note of the gambling, I mean, one of the best parts of the cruise for me was the bingo.
oh my
Every cruise we've ever
gosh.
been on. Yes. Like the bingo. Don't be sleeping on the bingo. It's fire.
I won bingo once on a Disney cruise. And to this day, that is the most like exhilarated I've ever felt in my entire life. Like you calling out bingo, them coming to check your card and confirming, yeah, winner, right here. Like,
Chicken dinner.
winner. I was floating, okay? This was insane. Better than my wedding day, okay?
Better than the day I said yes to the love of my life.
Was winning bingo on a Disney cruise. And I think all I got was like a gift card to the, cruise shop, but it was still, I mean, those of you that
the
have won
high.
bingo, do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe I do have a gambling problem.
I think we should do bingo on land because you will not catch me going on a cruise these days.
You afraid of ships?
Yeah, terrified.
Like actually though?
Oh no, I will not go on a cruise.
Like ever?
No.
Not even just like
If it's free?
a 3-day, yeah.
If it's free, maybe. But 3 days, only 3 days. I can't do the long ones.
The last cruise we did was for work. It was the Disney
last cruise we ever went on, we talked about this cruise before, was the Disney cruise. Let's just briefly talk about that cruise because it was during Halloween.
Mm-hmm. They
Fire.
actually had like nights where you would dress up.
Yeah. And it was so much fun. Like the Disney cruise ships are huge.
Massive.
Like double the size of the other cruise ships
Had a
that
whole
we've been on.
movie theater in there.
It was
constantly
insane.
playing Disney movies on repeat.
And then the cruise that we went on, we left out of like Miami, I think. And then we went to
Mhm.
the,
That sounds right.
did we go to the Bahamas?
We went to the Bahamas and we went to their little
They have like their own
island,
island.
that they own. Yeah.
What?
Castaway Cove,
Yeah.
Cove or something
Anyways,
like that.
it
yeah.
was, and also it was just first class experience.
So unless you're doing it that way where someone's paying your way and you're doing
Yeah,
it
yeah, and it's
first
free.
class
Yeah.
and free. Okay.
And it's 3 days.
Then it's worth
Hit me up, Disney.
Did you have any traumatizing cruise experiences that like would lead you to this? Like,
Oh, that lead me to not wanting to do a cruise
Yeah.
again? Oh, no, but I do have some traumatizing stories if we want to get into those. I think that I get a lot more motion sickness now than I used to.
Yeah.
And so the idea of being stuck in a situation where like I cannot leave if I feel like I'm getting sick,
yeah, that's fair.
terrifying.
And I've been on boats where it's like I've seen like
Yeah,
you
we've
can-
been
it's
on a
just moving
cruise
and
where
things are
like
sliding around.
we're sitting at the dinner table and the glasses and everything is sliding. Like
Yeah.
it's happened. And I was a child, so it was fine. It was like, this is kind of fun. But like now,
No.
I would be like
And get it back from Maddie.
crying. But like I have a fear of vomiting. Like I have like severe
So it's just
anxiety.
fear of boat combined with the fear of getting seasick combined with the fear of throwing up.
If
Like,
I
all of these
wasn't, if I
things
wasn't afraid of vomiting, I would probably risk it because they're fun. But like, I can't. And I said it 3 times, so you know I can't. But yeah, so it's nothing that happened on a cruise. And then I got on the side of TikTok recently where I guess there was like some boats that had got stranded and there was like an iceberg situation and I can't.
That's still happening?
It's still happening. And the bottom of the boat flooded and no. I like the land.
Like, I'm good here. I'm good
Take
here.
me to a luxury hotel.
My traumatizing cruise story is completely embarrassing, and I can't believe I'm actually going to share this story. But I was in middle school.
I don't know what you're about to share. I'm
It was
scared.
6th grade going into 7th grade, okay? And we were seeing a show on the cruise. So keep in mind, like, I'm a middle schooler, not
It's
very
already
mature.
embarrassing at that point.
It's already
Life is already everything's embarrassing.
everything's embarrassing, but not quite this embarrassing. You're not ready for this. I
I'm
don't know if
scared.
you remember this at all. We're going to see a show, and it's something that's kind of giving like teen beach movie vibes. Like it's like surfers, everyone's in beachwear, like
Okay.
doing like dancing, like doo-wop kind of style.
Okay.
What would you call that genre? Do you know what I'm saying? Teen beach movie, but adults.
Okay.
And it was before Teen Beach Movie.
Beats me.
It's like a lot of like dancing and singing, and people are wearing, like, the dancers are wearing like swimsuits and stuff. Well, there was this one man that was in little swim shorts that were the tiniest things I've ever seen. And
Where is
let's
this
just say
going?
it didn't leave a lot up to the imagination. It was all out there. Again, I'm in middle school. So this guy is up there giving it his all, putting his heart and everything into his dancing. But as this man is, moving his body around, everything downstairs is lumped together and shaken and flying in every direction.
Where is this going? How does this affect you? Does it?
You're not ready, okay?
I'm
You don't remember
scared.
this?
No.
Okay, it's not like, oh my gosh, Megan, you like your little like weirdo, like whatever. Why were you looking at us? Huge. It was just
He was
like,
blessed.
Man was blessed. There was so much that he was packing in those tiny shorts, and it was
Why didn't they
flying.
tape it all together and
needed
tape
to
it
be
back or something?
concealed a little more, okay? So me and my other cousin in middle school are like both like noticing this because this guy's just up front and center, and we just start like tears are in our eyes, like we're shaking from trying to like hold in laughter. Because again, middle school, and this guy's junk is flying everywhere. Okay,
Flying in everywhere?
flying
Oh.
everywhere. You don't remember this?
No.
What the heck? My cousin was there. I want to bring her on
Keep
the pod.
going.
And
Keep going. I'm crying.
I laughed so hard that I peed a little in my pants
Oh, I think I remember the pee.
on the cruise.
Okay, be honest. It wasn't a little.
It was
When
was
you
probably
pee,
a
when you
lot.
pee from laughing, it's always a lot.
I don't do that
It's
anymore.
never a little.
When I was a kid, this is confession time. Maybe I'll cut this out. When I was a
no,
kid,
confess.
I used to like laugh so hard that I'd pee frequently. I was like laughing all the time. I don't really do that anymore. I still laugh, but I can just have better control over my body.
What do you think that was?
I don't know. I don't want to get
A
into medical
medical-
stuff. I literally
a
think I
medical
have
issue?
pelvic floor issues though. Like genuinely.
I think it's genetic.
I need to go see
Yeah.
a specialist, but I thankfully it's better now.
Yeah,
That's all you
I'm
need to
happy
know.
for you.
Thank you. You don't remember this? I was traumatized.
Like that didn't stick out to me. Like,
Your sister sitting next to you on a cruise show peeing her pants didn't
Okay,
stick
but
out
to be
to you.
fair, you
what
were
if you
peeing-
were too young for the show and you didn't go?
maybe I didn't go to the show, but to be fair,
Maybe
you
it was like
at that age, like you were peeing your pants all the time from laughing. So, like, who can distinguish the stories? I'm just being honest.
no, but you didn't seem like enthralled by the man's junk flying around.
I was trying to figure out how it affected you. I thought he came up to you and like it hit you.
I don't know. I was in the front row. I was feeling close like it was going to.
It could have.
Okay, but what made it so traumatizing is, here's the truth. It was enough pee that it went through my pants and onto the chair I was sitting on, and it was a fabric chair. So what did I
They
do?
always are. They're made of felt like velvet.
I took my little Shirley Temple or whatever I had, and I dumped it in the seat and went, oops, and I ran away.
I'm crying.
I ran away so far. I needed to get out of there.
You gotta. You can't just sit in it.
Don't trust cruise seats. Oh gosh, don't trust cruise hot tubs. Don't trust hot tubs. Don't trust
Don't
chairs.
trust chairs. Cruises give me the same energy as like Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like don't touch anything.
No. Yeah.
No, just wear gloves.
You know what's so crazy though is why has something worse happened in one of those chairs than that?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to your trauma.
Mine involves blood.
Oh no.
So trigger warning. If you don't like
blood, unless you're a vampire, then
stay. Cutie.
Oh. She said, Edward, you out there?
I don't know why I said that. I just thought it'd be fun. Oh, I'm crying. Okay. So, yeah, I was really young, but I just remember I had like picked up a glass or something, and I thought it was a good idea to it was like a shot glass.
Wait, what? Where were we?
We were like, I'm pretty sure this was a cruise.
Okay.
And we were I think it was something that our dad had won with his work. And so there was like some sort of like work event.
Yeah. It was like the big dinner or whatever.
Yeah. And so I think there was like some sort of like commemorative like shot glass or something. And for some reason, I like stuck my hand in the glass. I don't know if there was like something in the bottom or something. I don't know. And when I pulled out my hand, I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. Ah! And I was like, oh. And then I go to my mom and I was like, I don't know what happened. Because I still to this day, I don't know what happened because the glass didn't look broken. But I was like, I'm gushing blood out of my hand. And I like wrapped it up. When I tell you, I like woke up the next morning and it was still bleeding. Like I woke up and there was a pool of blood from my hand.
Stop. How do I not remember this? You don't remember me peeing. I don't remember your hand about to fall off.
And I think I probably needed stitches.
No, it sounds like it.
Because it was like 10 hours of just like, it wouldn't stop.
You should have been on the cruise, like emergency, like ER, whatever. Emergency room on the cruise.
What do they call those? Not an infirmary.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
That sounds right. Yeah.
The cruise nurse.
Yeah, you go to the cruise nurse.
Doctor.
I have, excuse me, nurse. Oh, your hand just like flopped.
I'm bleeding.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so that like sticks out in my brain.
Oh yeah, I would say that counts as vacation trauma.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to share that story. I'm doing okay now.
No, I'm
That's
glad.
only happened to me one other time, and I was an adult and I accidentally stabbed myself.
Ah! Sorry for screaming.
It happens. We both do it.
We didn't intentionally mean to talk all about cruises, but there is one more cruise story that I have that was a cruise excursion.
So many cruise stories?
Because cruises were just like an environment built for chaos, honestly.
I feel like it was just a good vacation for families. Like it still is, because like parents can go do what they want. They know their kid's just gonna be on the boat.
Like where can they go?
Where can they go?
I mean,
we won't talk about that yet.
But there's like
there's lots of activities. Like it's made for that. So.
Totally, yeah. Okay, so another cruise trauma I have was actually off the boat at an excursion. Do you remember the banana boat?
I love a banana boat.
How would you describe a banana boat to someone who's never heard of one before?
So it's exactly what it sounds like. They take you out in the ocean on a boat or like a jet. Do they put them on jet skis?
No. It's an inflatable. That's shaped.
But they're pulling them on a boat.
They're pulling with boat usually.
Yeah. So they're pulling it with a boat, and it's an inflatable, and it's shaped like a banana, and it's yellow. A banana boat.
It has handles, so you can like hold on, and then you kind of like have your legs wrapped around it like you're sitting on a horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then they pull you.
You straddle it.
You straddle the banana. You hold on for dear life.
And you hope you don't die.
If you don't, you might fly off this banana into the middle of the ocean.
That's kind of the fun of it.
So we're on this banana boat, and I am fresh into wearing contact lenses. Now, I have really bad eyesight, okay?
That's not what I was thinking you were going to say. I know this story.
You thought I was gonna say my swimsuit fell off or something?
I think like I'm fresh into wearing bikinis.
My top flew Oh my gosh, that probably has happened. Oh, not to me, but I know people that's happened to. That's talk about a summer vacation
about
trauma, especially in middle school. There's like nothing quite as embarrassing as that.
All right, you're fresh into wearing your contacts.
Fresh into wearing contacts. Okay, I got my contact lenses in. I'm at the beach, and I have my vision's not great. Okay, so I'm
She's very blind.
I'm nearsighted, and if you are at this distance from me, so me and Maddie, if you can see, we can touch hands, right? If I didn't have my contact lenses in right now, she's a blob. She's a blob. Even from this distance, she is just like a blob.
Even with my contacts, she's a blob.
Right now, she's a blob. Haven't updated my prescription in a couple of years.
I've been afraid to get my eyes tested again.
No, thankfully my eyes have not changed in years, side note. So my eyesight, not great. So when I tell you that I flung off this boat and I'm in the ocean and I realize that I've lost a contact lens during the whole debacle. So I'm floating in the ocean with one eye and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't bring backups. I don't have my glasses. We just got the day started. Like, I don't want to be like, getting a headache, looking at only one eye all day. Or, what am I going to do here? To this day, I cannot explain to you how this happened or why I proceeded to do what I did next. I managed to see floating in the middle of
vast ocean,
dark blue
mind
ocean.
you, because we're like on this boat, like there's waves, like it's like choppy, like the water is like being kicked up.
We're kind of further out at this point, though, like away from the shore.
But the boat creates choppy
motion.
Waters.
Yes. So I'm out here, I'm in my little like life jacket, like waiting for them to like make it around her,
so you can climb back up,
get back onto the banana and straddle it, get back to shore. So I'm just like kind of floating in the middle of the ocean here. And
side note, terrifying.
Yeah. When your feet are just dangling and you're in a life jacket. You're just your head above water. I'm like, so this is all I've got right here, okay? I'm just from here up, okay? I'm just floating. And what do I see? Floating on top of the water, but my contact lens that fell out of my eye. Explain that to me.
I still can't believe this story, and I was there.
I was so desperate to be able to like put it back in so it didn't ruin my whole day that I grabbed it, and then my first instinct was to put it in my mouth to like rid it of like the ocean a little bit and then put the ocean inside. I don't know. So I put it in my mouth. And then I take it out and I just go, well, Megan, you got two options. The Lord sent you this contact back.
I mean, if you don't believe in miracles, a dolphin actually catches the contact lens with his nose
and bopped it up to the surface for me.
And then Megan caught it in her eye.
I took this contact lens and I put it back into my eye. And did it sting? You better believe it did. I think my whole eye turned bright red.
The fact that you didn't get an eye infection?
Yes, I could.
The way there's so many miracles in that story. You found the contact in the vast ocean.
Yes.
You put it back in your eye. You didn't get an eye infection.
Yeah.
Tell me miracles aren't real.
Miracles happen.
You know it. You know the rest.
When you believe.
Eve.
That might be one of my craziest vacation stories. There's other stories too where our family went to Mexico and the family camera got left in a taxi and all of our memories from that trip were gone.
The trip to Mexico where we brought our Aunt Debbie again and she was floating in the ocean with her coronas and then got taken out by a wave, but the corona still stayed standing.
The time that I got taken out by a wave and I flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped all the way to shore. And I never had so much water go up into my brain. I've never been quite the same since.
A side note about vacations, if you're going to the beach, I didn't realize this wasn't like normal, that this is like not something people do all the time. Bring a pool floaty, a pool ring.
Yeah.
Into the ocean.
It's so fun.
Right? I noticed that people are sleeping on pool rings. I just want to throw that out there. It elevates it. And then you take your pool floaty and you ride the waves, okay? You ride the waves in.
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
But that is also how I experienced
Don't worry
the
about
flip
that.
of 2004.
Don't worry about that.
Where
Don't
she
worry about
tumbled
that.
and tumbled. I
Don't
was
worry
also
about that.
tiny, and my float was too small for me, though. Even then, it was like for a baby, and
A
it was
baby float.
like one of our cousins or something, and I put it on, and I was like, I'm gonna go out. It had Mickey Mouse on it. Mickey Mouse was with me through that hard time.
Yeah. I like to think he saved you that day.
He did.
Oh my gosh. Well, with that, I feel like honestly we could go on and on and on and on about funny stories that we have. But
Yes,
should we get into some listener submissions?
I think that is a great idea.
So the first one says, my family and I traveled to the beach in North Carolina for years and years, but had to pass through an area called the Research Triangle. Insert spooky music. No matter what, something always happened. One year, our car completely stopped working and had to be towed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Another year, my sister and I were traveling behind everyone else and had to stop at a hotel that had only men around. Literally only creepy men. I believe you.
I'm like, ooh.
And then our room was in the very back of the hotel, had a mysterious puddle of liquid in it.
I mean,
It
what
was the
color?
creepy men.
What color was this liquid?
Another time, we hit an insane storm that stopped as soon as we crossed the line of the Research Triangle. You could call it all paranoia, but maybe that's what the triangle wants you to think. Maybe the triangle wrote this submission. Wait, the storytelling! It's excellent! Chef's kiss!
I've been to North Carolina before, driving from Tennessee, and I'm like, have I been through this triangle? I feel like I would know.
I'm
Sounds like.
scared.
Where is this? Like, from what angle do you have to come from to like
To pass
through the triangle?
And then can you go around the triangle?
is there a
Or
way?
do you have to pass through it depending on where you're coming from?
Because if I were you, it sounds like you need to.
Sounds like you need to take the long route.
or just avoid North Carolina. Say sorry.
See you later.
Ain't worth it.
Not the only creepy men. I'm like, is there any other kind? I'm just kidding.
Why do men?
I don't know. You get it.
One time, I think in 2016, my family was lucky enough to purchase tickets to go to Disney World. Now, at the time, we lived in New York and didn't have the money to purchase the plane tickets. So instead, we drove there. That is a long
That's
drive.
a long drive.
And after, I think, 2 or 3 days of driving, we got there. Now, obviously, we had snacks packed in the trunk, so we had
Gotta.
fruits and such. And I guess we didn't pack it correctly because when we arrived at the place we were staying at, a bunch of fruit fell everywhere onto the ground. Until this day, we laugh about it. So you
Whoa.
open it up and just went... I thought you were going to say the fruit went bad when you got there.
I know.
I thought you were going to say you open it up.
It's just
Flies.
moldy flies, maggots. Like,
That's what I
but
was waiting
that
for.
is pretty funny. It reminds me, this is so
That's, like,
unnecessary
wholesome.
and niche. It is wholesome. But you remember whenever they, on the Disney Channel, they had the Pass the Plate?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes,
then
yes,
Brenda
yes.
Song had a segment where she was like something about fruit, and then she like grabbed a piece of like an apple, like
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
she like pulls it, and it like they all fall, and she's like, always pick from the top. And to this day, I think of that when I'm buying fruit at the grocery store.
You're like looking and you're like, ooh, but the best one looks there, but always pick
Always
from
pick
the top. No, but that would be so sad though, because you're like, we prepped to like, because eating at Disney World is expensive. So if you had all that fruit packed to like eat for the week, that is such a bummer to like lose it all.
I
Because
know.
taking a family, especially
Taking
to
a
Disney
full
World,
family to Disney World.
going as an individual, I'm like,
How would I spend all this money? Because I have issues and I want to try everything. All right. So this next one, this one's got details. All right. It's a little bit longer. Buckle in, folks. Okay. Growing up, my mom's side of the family went on a family reunion to the beach. One year, when all of the cousins were in elementary/middle school, we got a big green floating raft that fit like 15 people. It's giving blob. One day, my uncle and all of us cousins took off on the raft in the ocean. We were chatting, joking, and laughing. All of a sudden, the swells of the waves started getting really big, and we all looked to shore to see how far we had floated out. Far. Really, really far. Everyone on the beach looked like tiny little ants. My uncle, the only adult on the boat, got super panicked and told us to get out of the raft while holding on to it to swim towards the shore. This actually started working, and we started seeing the shore more clearly. As we got closer, we saw a Jeep parked and 2 very fit people with matching red bathing suits get out, and I swear, slow motion like Baywatch to dive into the water to rescue us. Luckily, we made it close enough that we didn't need rescuing and made it safely to shore. the Baywatch people were very mad at my uncle for bringing 10-ish kids into such danger.
Wait, there was 10 of the kids on there? So there was 10 kids paddling? I thought it was just a couple of them. Wait.
10-ish kids into such danger asked for his name, and he gave them my dad's name. Not him being like, I ain't going nowhere.
Going to jail. It
No,
wasn't me.
I didn't do it. I saved the kids.
Saving their lives. Oh my god.
No, but the uncle was I think the uncle was the one pushing, and the kids were staying on the raft. So the uncle was pushing the 10 kids.
Oh my gosh. Why did I heard that wrong. I thought that he's like, kids,
Get out.
Hang on. Use
Wait.
your legs.
Hang on,
and then
hang
the
on,
uncle's
hang
like
on.
on the raft being like, left, right side, left side.
No, you're right. You're right.
Wait, the uncle stayed on? No. Oh my god.
They were all out of the raft.
Okay, all of them.
Like, the uncle's just like standing on the raft. Paddle.
Yeah.
Paddle.
That is absolutely terrifying, and I feel like you hear stories like that.
I'm sorry
of
for
people.
screaming so much, but that is shocking. That he made the kids get out. I thought he was being like Uncle of the Year. Like pushing the thing and be like, don't worry, kids, I'll risk my life to get you to safety. No, he said, get in the water. Get in the water. You know that movie quote? What's that from?
Notebook, obviously.
Oh, okay. You knew.
Ryan Gosling. Okay. Even if James Marsden was done dirty in that movie, we still
we
love
don't
it.
have to talk about it again. Oh, wow, that was riveting.
No, what I was gonna say, you hear stories like that though, of people getting like lost at sea or whatever, like, and having to be rescued because like their raft went out too far.
I am shocked.
So what it sounds like is if you're gonna have a massive raft with 15 people, maybe do it on a lake.
Yeah, somewhere where you can tie it, you know?
Yeah.
Don't be taking this massive raft into the ocean where it can get swept away.
The ocean, you know, we know less about it than we do outer space, and just
let that sink
just
in.
sit with that.
This week I want you to think about that. Just meditate on that, pray on that. Just think about it. And let that affect your choices when you go to the ocean. I'm too stunned. I'm sorry.
I went with my mom and dad to Mexico for my cousin's wedding. We were dropped off by the hotel shuttle at this little market/town to shop by, but had to find our own way back. We accidentally spent all our cash and couldn't get a ride back, except for by promising a random man with a little boat that I would run to the hotel for cash once he dropped us off at the hotel beach area.
Oh my gosh.
My dad stayed on the boat as collateral.
Oh my gosh, not the dad. Okay, so a parent was with them. How did they spend all their money?
Maybe they thought that we'll use the cash at the market and surely we can use card to like get back is my assumption, you know, like we can use card in the taxi or something.
Okay.
But not the dad saying, they're like,
Sorry. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But boatman dropped me off like a mile too soon down the beach. So I try and run, but I'm in terrible shape and it's sandy. Oh my gosh, running in the sand.
No, you don't even have to be in terrible shape. Running on sand?
Running on the beach is hard.
No.
Okay, it's sandy and my thighs are chafing hardcore. I love the detail. And I'm pretty much crying. I'm pretty much crying, but have to get this cash to save my dad. To save my dad's life at this point. I have no other choice but to push through. I finally get to the hotel. I'm dying. But I get that wad of cash and I run back to rescue my dad, who was just floating out there casually waiting for me. Long story short, don't run out of cash in Mexico. Yeah, long story short, keep cash
on you when you're traveling.
Just like period. Yeah. It's like
and I'm saying that as someone who never carries cash.
No. Literally though.
To speak.
I never have cash on me. But when I go out of town, I'm realizing it's because it's been a while since I traveled and we went to like Italy over the summer.
Have cash.
And there were so many places I was like, oh shoot, I need cash.
Remember when we went mini golfing this weekend?
We needed cash.
Only.
What's going on, Pittsburgh?
What's going on?
And you couldn't take our debit card?
Couldn't take a debit card?
There was also no cash only sign.
Yeah. There was no ATM near.
But it was fun. It was a fun little putt-putt place. So.
We did make it happen.
Yeah.
We did make it happen.
We got the cash. That is actually wild and
not the chafing.
It's just the running on the beach.
I'm crying.
Like,
I'm crying for you. Because how old were they?
It doesn't say.
Like if you're like a teenage, like you're literally like my parents' life is in danger. Like, it's up to me. I can't.
My dad's about to be taken. I'm about to become Liam Neeson and save us butt in this situation.
I love it. Honestly, respect. The details in these stories, immaculate.
The storytelling? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Thank you.
All right. The next one reads, or actually, this might be our last one. For Christmas one year, my family went to Cancun instead of a grandparent's house. We went scuba diving on Christmas Eve. For whatever reason, the next 3 full days, I couldn't hear a single thing. Just the bass in people's voices, and then just as quickly as it came, it went away and I could hear again. Loses hearing.
Feel like I've heard so many horror stories of scuba diving that something that used to be a desire of mine when I was younger, I now have no interest in.
Yeah.
I will snorkel.
Yeah, snorkeling only.
I don't
just
need to go
float
that deep.
on top of the water.
Yeah.
You don't need to go in the water. Down to the depths.
That'd be absolutely terrifying for those few days. You're like, what's gonna happen? Did you say you went to a doctor? Or no, it was around Christmas. So you just kind of were like,
I lost my hearing.
As I'm saying that, my ear is popping right now. What is happening?
I don't know. My ears have been weird lately too. We for sure can't scuba dive. We for sure permanently lose something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some type of hearing. Some level of hearing.
Because something's been going on with my ear. Let me just say.
Okay. Is it ever, this may be just a me thing, but you also have weird ear things. Is it ever like too quiet that like it hurts your ears? Like that you hear like that you have ringing in your ears or like that you feel more aware of your ears?
I don't relate to that. But if you go to Reddit,
there's this great place called Reddit.
And I bet you'll find a community.
Because this house I lived in that I was like renting was so quiet that it like burned. Like, not like physically burned, but it was like, I can't exist.
She's like, I need city noises. I need brown noise. I need something going on. I need music. No, the other day though, it's kind of going on a random tangent, but it has to do with like sitting in the quiet. I literally set a timer on my phone and was like, can I be still, be quiet for 5 minutes?
Like not read anything.
Not listen to music, don't have a podcast on because I always have something going on.
Yeah.
And I just was like sitting and I was just like, and I was in the bathtub too, which seems like it'd be like probably one of the easiest spots to like, try to do that and relax. It was the longest 5 minutes of my life.
Wait, every time, like you never, like even if you shower or whatever, like you're not in silence ever?
Hardly. I was realizing that like recently.
I will say last night when I was like taking a shower, I was like trying to read my book for our book club. And I was like, this is dumb. I'm literally, I can't even be alone with my I wasn't even taking a bubble bath. I was in the shower and I was like, I need to read.
You were trying to read a book in the shower?
Yeah.
Ma'am! Audiobooks!
I didn't buy an audiobook though.
Is there more of you? Does this exist? Do we need to invent something for the book girlies that want to read in the shower?
That's what I was thinking. Like something like a little arm from my Kindle because it's waterproof.
Yeah.
But I was on my phone because my Kindle's dead.
Please, you had your phone in the shower. You know, I take my phone by the bath, but shower just feels worse because it's in my brain because it's like coming from up above you, you know?
No, it is worse.
It's like kind of going everywhere.
Yeah, it is worse.
Oh my gosh.
It's because in my heart of hearts, I wanted to take a bath, but I was so exhausted. I was like, I just need to take a quick shower. And so I think I was like trying to combine like.
Oh, if I'm exhausted, I'm like, I need to sit.
Well, I was like, lately I've been, this is another tangent. I've been falling asleep in the bathtub.
Oh, that's so dangerous. Ma'am, I'm worried for you. You could drown that way.
That's why I was taking a shower.
Call me every time before you get in the tub and get out, please. Or Ted. Make sure Ted's around. Your husband.
No,
somebody.
I've fallen asleep in the bath before and he didn't know because he's just like, I just thought you were
relaxing for a long time. No, you're gonna find her. She's gonna. So please, like, check on her.
I'm just so tired.
Bad. Okay, well, don't take baths when you're tired. Okay, let's not do that no more. Okay, that's okay. I'm glad you shared that here.
I
so now we can all check on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure you didn't fall asleep. And maybe no more reading in the shower. Okay.
Well, then what am I supposed to do?
be still, be quiet with your thoughts. That's what I was trying to do, and it's hard.
No, I normally when I shower, I don't do that. It was just because I wanted to read, but I also didn't want to take a bath because I didn't want to fall asleep. So I was
No,
trying.
I see the dilemma.
Yeah.
I see the dilemma.
So if anyone has a Shark Tank solution, we'll go pitch it on the show. Hear me out.
Let's make it. Let's invent it.
We'll do it.
We'll workshop it, okay? Shower thoughts. No, never mind.
Shower reads.
Reading, water, waterproof, books.
We'll workshop it.
Are we good?
No. I'm falling asleep in bathtubs.
As we wrap up, I want to talk about those feelings of going back to school after going on a family summer vacation and just see if any of this like brings back memories for any of you listening. Starting with, did anyone ever experience going somewhere over summer, like maybe a theme park or a water park or a cruise, where you received a plastic wristband that you had to wear?
It would cut off your circulation.
It would be, they cut off your circulation. But you would continue to wear it into the school year. So you could be like, yeah, it's whatever. That's where I went.
Yeah, I did a thing.
Why did we do that? Tell me why at one point I had 10
Tell me why it looked like a hospital bracelet, too.
It did. They were like the equivalent of like a hospital bracelet.
Because it was like the same like type of material.
But maybe it was like hot pink or something, or blue.
Yeah, or blue. Well, because some of the places we would go to, like if you were staying like at a resort or something, each day.
Yes.
That's why we had so many. Each day they would like
give you a different
color.
So you would have a whole like rainbow armband going. You'd come back from like spring break or summer break and be like, yeah, it's whatever. I was at a resort pool and I'm so cool. And I drank Shirley Temples and virgin strawberry daiquiris.
Pina coladas. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was definitely a thing we did. I don't know why. I still don't understand to this day.
Also, another thing that we would do was like do something with our hair, whether it be like some form of like braids or like colored clip-ins.
Or like, yeah.
Or the tinsel.
Oh, but that was so good. Like just coming back to school and being like, you know. But honestly, it's giving spoiled brat.
It's giving spoiled brat.
Yeah, I did a 7-day vacation.
It's whatever. I'm cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying.
I was trying to see if I had any others. Those were the main
Those
things.
the
Coming
big
back from the
things.
tan or sunburn and being like, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, ask me about my sunburn. Ask me about this henna tattoo.
Ask me about all my freckles. My new freckles. Oh my gosh, the tattoos.
Yes.
We didn't get to talk about it, but if we do another like vacation stories. So there's this giant water park in Texas called, I have to say this right, Schlitterbahn.
Schlitterbahn.
And I don't have time to talk about it. It's amazing.
Or as we call it now, Schlitterbahn.
Schlitterbahn
because it's probably really disgusting because water parks truly are
disgusting.
Just greeting.
Cesspool.
Breeding. What? Greeting.
A breeding ground. For
greeting browns.
Greeting browns could work.
Breeding grounds for filth.
Yes, but anyways, I remember specifically going there and getting those like tattoos. I think I got like a ladybug on my ankle.
Spray.
It was like spray.
Yes.
It was like airbrush or something.
Tattoos.
Yes. Oh, iconic. And I like would go to school and I'm like, yeah, I have a tattoo. Check it out.
Look at my butterfly. It's whatever.
It's whatever.
Please tell me why one time at Disneyland, though, I got a hint of like goldfish on my wrist.
And I remember
was so
that.
Cool. Please.
Anyways, with that, I think we're done with our stories for today. But we'd love to hear from you guys. So if you have any fun family vacation stories or any trauma
from those family vacation
stories, we'd love to still hear from you. Leave us a comment and
be sure to rate and review the podcast. It's a small way that you can help spread the word about the Fuzzy Pod. Thank y'all so much for being here and for listening. And that wraps up Fuzzy Pod Summers.
Yay!
Well, technically, summer solstice is still going on until September 23rd, but
We're done with the heat.
Mentally, we're ready for fall, okay? Pumpkin, everything.
I'm tired of sweating.
Halloween, we're ready to dive into all of that. We will see y'all next week. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Bye.